Can we talk about how ridiculous our justice system is? Another case in point is the one about Audrii Cunningham out of Livingston, Texas. Audrii Cunningham was reported missing around February the 15th, 2024. Her killer, Don Stephen McDougal, is in custody, but Audrii was not his first victim. Let's start from the beginning. Audrii Danielle Cunningham was born on February the 5th, 2013 in Livingston, Texas. Her obituary reads like this. Audrii was an extraordinary child that touched the lives of everyone she knew. She will be remembered for her radiant smile that filled every room she entered with joy. Audrii was a happy, loving child that enjoyed things like singing and dancing. She was an artist and loved to paint. Some of her artwork hangs in her school at Creekside Elementary, where she was a 5th grader. Audrii was a kind and compassionate soul and an animal lover, especially loved her cats and dogs. She touched so many lives in her short 11 years on earth, if not only the people that knew and loved her, but her entire community. She will always be remembered, and her memory will live on in the hearts of everyone. She is survived by her mother, Cassie Matthews, her father, Joshua Lee Cunningham, her grandparents. She has a brother, a sister, aunt, uncles, The last time Audrii's family saw her alive was Thursday, February the 15th, and she was getting ready to head to school. Audrii never made it to the bus stop or her classroom. After an exhaustive 5-day search, Audrii's body was found in a river, tied to a rock, and a trusted family friend is now charged with her murder. That friend is Don Stephen McDougal. McDougal is a friend of Audrii's father and lived in a trailer on the family property in Livingston, Texas. From what I understand, his trailer is basically right behind Audrii's home. On that morning of February the 15th, McDougal agreed to take Audrii to the bus stop. Audrii was reported missing after she did not come home from school that same day. And in the days that followed, Stephen McDougal lied about his whereabouts and activities. Police say that video footage and cell phone data placed McDougal at 3 locations of interest, even though McDougal did not have anything to do with her disappearance. But as we all know now, he has been arrested and charged with capital murder. Audrii's autopsy showed that she died from blunt force trauma. Okay, so the guy that did this is in jail. Great, wonderful, right? Here's the thing. McDougal has done this kind of thing before. He has a lengthy criminal history dating back to at least 2003. He has convictions for violent crimes and one for enticing a child, according to the court records, in several Texas counties. In 2007, McDougal was convicted of enticing a child in Brazoria County, Texas. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Court records show he pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 2 years in prison, but was given credit for 527 days. So he did not serve that long at all. The child that he was convicted of enticing, her name is Carissa Davis. Carissa is speaking out about the assault that she suffered at McDougal's hands. Carissa Davis was 10 years old in 2007 when she was assaulted at a family event. McDougal's sisters were attending the gathering because they were friends of the Davis's family, she recalled, and the sisters brought McDougal along. Carissa Davis told ABC 13 News that at night when Davis was asleep next to her cousin, McDougal walked into their room. He pushed her cousin away and approached Davis on the bed. Quote, McDougal tried to take down my pants and I immediately jumped up at that moment. End quotes. When she tried to escape, McDougal followed her. He grabbed me, and when he did, I just swung my arm and I hit him, she said. As stated above, he was convicted and sentenced to 2 years in prison, but was given credit for 527 days. Let that sink in, guys. A pedophile was given 2 years in prison. Okay, ridiculous. McDougal was also convicted in 2010 and in 2019 for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You know, it's just, why are the laws so lenient for, child pedophiles and child killers? We're just seeing more and more of this in the headlines, and it is sickening that our justice system has become such a joke. These laws have got to change. The last few screenshots are Facebook posts from Audrey's mother, Cassie Matthews, explaining some conversation that she had had with Stephen McDougal via Facebook Messenger about seeing her child. Apparently, the dad, Justin, had full custody because Cassie was addicted to drugs, I believe, but I do believe she is sober now, and had been trying to see her daughter for quite some time. All of this is alleged. I do not have confirmation from all this, but there is a lot of information on Facebook with screenshots of conversations that Stephen McDougal and Cassie Matthews had, and what the situation was. It's such a terrible tragedy.